very pleased today to welcome to Oldham County and our jail construction site the Secretary of the Kentucky Justice Cabinet, John Tilley, and we're also welcoming the Commissioner of Corrections, Rodney Ballard. We're happy to have both of you here today and to bring Oldham County a little aid in constructing this new jail project. Secretary Tilley was the sponsor of a Corrections Cabinet bill that enabled Oldham County to receive this $1.2 million, I believe. Is that a little bit over?
A little bit over that, a little 23,000 over that, just I think a little bit, but yeah, 1.2 million will get it. That's
all
right.
Well, that's that's 1,223,000. We want to be exact.
That's it. That's it right there. And 20 cents, by the way. You don't miss that. Yeah.
So. Well, we don't go by that old phrase in Oldham County that's good enough for government work. No. We try to hit it right on the head here. So we're very happy to have you here today to present the check and say hello to the people of Oldham County.
Sure. Well, let me say this, and I'll be very brief. I know it's hot, but I couldn't let this opportunity pass without saying this. I happen to be in a very unique position, as many of you know, as Mike Simpson to my left knows, and Rodney Ballard, his relationship, and Lisa here, and everybody, and Judge, when this bill passed in 2011, we came back and I sponsored it when I was a member of the Kentucky legislature. We came back in 2012 and tweaked it just a little bit, and it's taken us this long to get you the check that I think you deserved, and I think you know where I stood on that issue. I was not in a position as a member of the legislature to make it happen then, but I was in a fortunate position of working with legislators this time around to make certain that we could get this done, and I think it's an amount that was promised by virtue of that legislation, and I think we're now fulfilling that promise. So again, I couldn't be more pleased to present you with this check for, as you said, for a little bit over $1.2 million, and I know that you'll do it right here in Oldham County as you do most everything, and again, I look forward to working with you. So anybody here that needs anything from us at the Justice Cabinet, I know we're willing to serve, and Commissioner Ballard has done a great job in his first few months on the job, and he's no stranger to corrections, and I know Mike, I can also attest to these two gentlemen, a judge, and working with Mike with the jailers for so long. It seems like we worked together for about a decade, and we're going to have a few more years together, I think. So it's good to know we've got good facilities ahead of us, though. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Secretary.
Right. I didn't want to let it go, I got to be honest with you.
Right, I know. It's a pretty nice check here. I don't know as though I've held too many checks this size in my hand, over $1 million here. I'm going to pass it right back to our county clerk, our county treasurer here. Melissa Horn is here today to receive the money, as well as our Chief Financial Officer, Stan Clark, and other people here today. I'm standing in front of Magistrate Wayne Tice, I guess, and Deputy Judge John Black. Commissioner Ballard, you're kind of hiding in the back. You want to come over here a second, and I'd like the people of our county to be able to meet you on our channel and welcome you to Oldham County. How do you see this in the future here?
Well, it's an exciting time for corrections with the leadership from the governor's office and Secretary Tilley, and as it's been alluded, it's been a long time coming, and we're glad to finally be here today to present this to the residents of Oldham County and help you get this facility up and running. We're excited for jailer Mike Simpson and his staff to get a new facility, so we applaud you, and we're excited to be here today with you.
Thank you. Appreciate your being here today. I'm going to ask Mike to just describe. We're standing in front of a construction site now that within about a year or 14 months is going to turn into a beautiful new detention facility, but I'd like to ask Mike to just maybe describe some of the features that are planned for the facility.
Thank you, Judge. Let me begin with also thanking Commissioner Ballard and Secretary Tilley here. The old saying, sometimes it's good to have friends in low places. I think in this case, it's really good to have friends in high places, and I just want to thank both of those gentlemen. They come from Secretary Tilley. Obviously was a tremendous friend for the Kentucky Jailers Association when he was state representative and sponsoring this bill and other issues. We always felt like we had a friend there, had an ear, and Secretary, I want to thank you for that. Commissioner Ballard, wow, he came from a correctional background. I've known Rodney for many, many years. He was director of Fayette. And to coin his phrase, this is the first time in my working career as a commissioner of the Department of Corrections, literally came from the jail side of this industry. And that's been a big plus, Judge. And again, those are friends in high places. We're excited about the facility. We know what it's going to bring to the county, to this area. Working with fiscal court, working with judge, the magistrates. This has been about a 3 to 5 year kind of project to finally get it off the ground. The Department of Corrections, again, was a player in this land that we're standing on. We were fortunate enough to work at that and have this land, given to the county. We've always been good neighbors. I'm born and raised here, and I think the Department of Corrections has always been a good neighbor with Oldham County. So it started there. Excited about the project. We're probably a solid 12 to 14 months upon completion. It's going to allow us to not just serve the community of Oldham County, the residents, the court system, probation, parole. Many people don't really understand what the jail does on a local level, but we really do touch a lot of different agencies. This facility is going to allow us to do it in a better way. Help, whether it's the court system, probation, parole, our local attorneys, or whatever the case may be. We are excited, can't wait for it, but we know we're facing a big challenge, and we're ready for that, Judge. Thank you again.
Judge, would you indulge me for just 1 minute? I just want to add something. Again, I know it's hot out here, but get to the extent we have an audience here, and obviously you all know the work, and I want to let your constituents know that you all have been very supportive. The Jailers Association has been very supportive. Mike and Judge and all the folks you see standing here, of efforts we've made to address a lot of things that we're struggling with in Kentucky and also across the country. I just left downtown Louisville just a few moments ago where we had International Overdose Awareness Day. I'm just hitting on one impact of this system and what they deal with here at detention centers like this one all over the state and country for that matter. We lost 1,248 Kentuckians this year, 1,248 to overdose deaths. Every day in this country we lose 130. That's like a commuter plane crash with all those deaths every single day in this country. Not to mention the rates of mental illness, which causes a lot of the drug addiction. And this intersection with criminal justice, it really stresses our facilities. And frankly, that's why you see the need for one like this today. So I just want folks to understand that we're doing everything we can to take different approaches, to be innovative, and to use evidence-based programming, best practices, to use what works in our jails. And the Kentucky jailers, and frankly, the Kentucky Association of Counties and this judge right here and so many others have been great partners in understanding what works and what the next phase of criminal justice reform should be in this state and this country. We've been ahead of the curve in Kentucky, and I just want to tell you how much I appreciate that. So thank you all very much.
Thank you very much, too. And before we wind up, I just want to mention that the check that we're receiving today is actually a reimbursement for the architectural fees associated with building this jail. Secretary Tilley's bill included architectural fees for new jails built in Kentucky, and I know you've visited or either have done or in the process of visiting several counties to help them in the same position. This jail will have 332 beds. It's being built in the most efficient and expeditious manner possible. It will include all up-to-date, the newest modern electronic monitoring and surveillance gear. It's being built with a geothermal heating system. A lot of thought has gone into if this building ever needs to be expanded, it'll be able to be expanded with less cost to the community than what might otherwise be the case. I think it's going to be an excellent facility, and I'm so happy. I know we have two people from our jail here today. We have Mike's deputy, Jeff Tyndall, and Chief Deputy Jessica Childers. These our jail employees work in some fairly difficult circumstances on a day-to-day basis. This is going to be so much safer and so much better for the employees as well as the people who are incarcerated here to be in a professional environment and a safe environment. We want our employees to be safe, and we're not, I won't say they aren't now, but I think there are risks associated with our current jail that won't be here in the future. So I thank everybody for coming out today. We've got another year and a half and our 14 months. We'll invite you back to our grand opening. At that time, we're
I
actually...
hope I'm not detained when I come back. I want to be here voluntarily, but thank you. That's right.
Right. We're happy to have you as a resident in our county, so if you, our state police, the county police will see you from time to time going up and down the road. But we are actually going to be looking for some volunteers for maybe an overnight test flight, if you know what I mean here, to try things out. So
The best bed and breakfast in town.
That's right.
all right. So thank you very much for being here today. We really appreciate your support and cooperation.